Hey, we're live. All right. Welcome to the GameItAll.com podcast. My name is Lucas Grimm.
Hey, what up, Pino 25?
And I'm Ricky, because I'm too cool to use aliases.
Yeah.
He's hiding in the corner. Well, no, right in the middle of the screen. Oh, yeah.
You really need like a picture though.
Yeah, I really should get around to putting one.
We can get him some sort of something.
We'll get you the logo or something like that to put in the middle.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
that's for another podcast.
You're back.
I'm back.
You're back. I had to do this whole dinger last week by myself.
Yeah, and you did a good job. You did a decent job at least.
Hey, we didn't crap it out because the worst thing is I've never done the podcast by myself. I've never ran it before. So yeah.
So yeah, I did have to take a day off to go see Ryan Reynolds, kick everyone's ass and be awesome.
Yeah, I saw it twice.
Really? I haven't seen it yet. I heard his ass was fantastic in spandex.
Yes. I will even agree that Ryan Reynolds' ass was fantastic.
It was just the dialogue. The dialogue was amazing.
So, couple quick. While we're talking about Ryan Reynolds' ass, couple of things that I want to mention. We have a couple new, couple things that we have on the site right now. One's basically on our YouTube page right now, which is a film talk review, or interview, I should say, of with Chantal Raleigh. Wow, I'm really screwing this one up. A week off has fucked me over.
Just fucks with ya.
Yeah.
So
we had an
interview.
We had an interview with Chantal Raleigh, and the reason why I'm bringing this up is because her movie opens up today. It's called Race. It's based off of the Jesse Owens story. The guy who ran during the Olympics in World War II and didn't salute Hitler. So
yes.
Yeah, that's one of the many reasons why the movie was made for him. And there's hundreds of different reasons. I'm not going to bore you on history. Awesome movies from what I've been hearing so far. Chantal is a lovely lady, and I definitely recommend taking a look at the interview because it is great. Brandon does a great job. We also have
from the theater.
Yeah.
She's in the damn Lion King.
Yeah, she is. She's she does an amazing job in both of those too. So,
and we got her. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, I'm still wondering how that happened. But hey, that is amazing. It's amazing. And as I said, lovely person. Brandon got to talk with her. She was a lovely lady. Also, we had our first interview with a actual game company for their latest game, Moon Hunters, which is coming out in March. That game looks amazing from what I've seen so far. Mm-hmm. I can't wait to actually get my hands on it. It's going to be really fun. It's a multiplayer RPG that's going to build your legacy and try to find where the moon went. Really cool looking, though.
Yeah, for sure.
So just wanted to cover those two things real quick because it was a very slow news week again. I don't understand what's happening.
Well, it's February. It's a shitty month. It's a very short month.
It is a very short month, and February usually at least gives us something to look forward to, especially in spring and summer. But
yeah, for sure.
No, something that leads up to E3 at least.
Yes. And that's the big thing. That is the conference that we are waiting for all year long.
Yes, it's E3. I mean, come on.
Well, yeah. But we are still coming up to Far Cry is coming up soon, so that's one of the big titles coming up.
That is true. Far Cry Primal is next week on Tuesday, actually. Yes. We'll cover more about that at the end of the podcast here as well. So let's start with the news.
All right, let's do the news. Da-da-da-da.
As I said, short week. So let's start with some stats, actually, because everyone loves stats. Rocksmith
It's a numbers game.
Yeah, Rocksmith has released released a bunch of stats regarding their DLC, how many people are playing, or how many songs are being played a day, and honestly, they're amazing. So
Oh yeah.
they covered 2015, and the average songs played per day in 2015 rounded up to about 350,000 songs.
That's crap load.
That
is a
is
crap load.
that is a hell of a lot. I know I've contributed quite a bit to that list. The total amount that has been played was well over 120 million songs played throughout 2015.
There you go.
That
Oh,
is,
Ubisoft.
like, their 2016 so far has been actually pretty impressive with DLC, so we're hoping that's going to be a trend that carries over, especially since that team is also working with the latest South Park game, Fractured But Whole.
Yes, I am so excited.
So that is definitely interesting. It's going to be. I can't wait to see what the team's going to do with that game, and especially with the continued support for Rocksmith 2014.
Yes, because they have a lot on the go.
Now, I will be honest. I think Rocksmith is probably the best music game out right now.
Definitely.
Because you actually have a real guitar.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Like, the plastic instruments are fine for little party games, but if I'm really going to impress people, I'm going to pick up my actual sixth string and start playing.
Until your fingers go numb.
Until your fingers go numb, you get
I
calluses.
think everyone who's played Rocksmith have had that issue. Building calluses
Yeah,
on the
pretty
your
much.
fingers.
Yeah. And, that's how you become a rock star, right?
It is. Ask any professional.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know most of our crew has actually added to that list, like the amount of songs that are played, because you play it on a fairly regular basis as well, right, Ricky?
I used to, but definitely.
You've at least contributed to the average.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And Adi and a few of our other ones that don't join on the podcast do play as well, so that's definitely interesting. I want to get a interview with Line Salt soon. Hopefully we'll be playing that over Twitch, so that should be interesting.
Yeah, for sure.
So, moving on, because you can only talk about stats for so much, sadly.
Well, yeah, because it's a numbers game. Like, you can only talk about numbers for so long before it starts
to dull out right away.
But if you have other stuff, numbers are very important.
Pretty much. Like, the infograph that they gave had some big numbers, which was great. But, it's a good passing along saying, oh, hey, that's awesome. And then now you move along.
Yeah, pretty much. And, like, the graph that they gave was very interesting. It wasn't just, these are... They actually had the diagram and the picture and all the different things, so it made it kind of interesting in the style of the game also. So that's the way she goes.
Your connection just
all right, so what's next?
Yeah, I was wondering where the robot came from.
So, you like free games?
Damn right I do.
Hey, mon ami, you like the free games? Yeah, we got a really good deal for you.
So there's a couple of free events that are happening right now, one of which is involving Sega with their Make War Not Love campaign, which is a fun little campaign, anyways, because it's you either have to play Company of Heroes 2, um, Total War Attila, or Dawn of War 2. The more people playing that game, the more chances will unlock free games.
Yes.
The campaign started earlier this week with Jet Set Radio, Golden Axe, and the Sega Collection as their free games.
Yep.
And
the Sega Genesis. Well, yeah. With the DLC.
Yeah, with all the DLC as well. And the latest one, which is available as of this recording, is Binary Domain, awesome game by the way. Condemned, one of my personal favorites, and Streets of Rage 2. So the longer this campaign goes on, unfortunately I don't know how long this campaign's going, but the longer that goes on, the more chances of unlocking more free games from Sega.
Mm-hmm.
That's not the only free game that's now released. The Five Nights at Freddy RPG is actually now available back on, I believe it's GameFire or GameJolt. Why did I say GameFire? It's available on GameJolt completely for free, and this comes after the game was taken off of Steam because the creator thought it wasn't good enough. I mean, you take the game off because it wasn't good enough. I mean, that's pretty ballsy, honestly.
Yeah. When
well,
someone
at least
goes,
he was honest.
Yeah, he was honest. I mean, the Five Nights series has always been released just early. He gives a release date, and then like 3 or 4 weeks before, boom, here it is. This one was released early when it should have had that proper time.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. I haven't tried it as of yet. I've heard good things, so.
Mm.
Then again, I haven't played the actual Five Nights series, so it might be lost on me in this case. Might be a game for the fans.
I'd have to agree. But I don't think a lot of people have played Five Nights at Freddy's. I think it's more of a YouTube phenomenon. Because that's where I first heard of it, and it's where I've seen the game played, but I've never considered playing it myself.
Hmm. Yeah, it's interesting, like especially how it became more of a phenomenon at that point, because you had a lot of YouTubers play it. You had the game theorist guys do a full breakdown of the entire series, and most of the people that I've ever heard just always watched it from YouTube.
Yep.
And even then, the series now has a book, has a spin-off RPG, and is getting a movie later sometime within the next year or two.
We'll see how that movie's going to work out.
I'm interested to see that. I have some faith in it because the animatronics is being done by the Jim Henson Co. So that, to me, almost signifies that this is going to be really good.
It's not going to be CGI.
It's going to be practical effects, and it's going to be scary as fuck, is what I'm hoping for.
Let's hope.
The 1980s all over again.
It's Labyrinth. They somehow resurrected...
Labyrinth or Dark Crystal. Yeah.
All right.
Much.
Yeah, it should be interesting to see that. Hopefully we'll see a trailer sometime soon.
Yeah, for sure.
So, let's talk about really stupid DLC.
Stupid DLC is always stupid.
I love the ones that don't make much sense. And that is what I feel like the new Battlefield Hardline DLC is. I mean, there's a whole bunch of stuff that comes with it that makes sense. It's, okay, new guns, new levels, yada, yada, yada. Alcatraz looks pretty fun. Why would my police officer and and our criminal run at each other with swords, though.
'Cause it's cool.
Because it's cool. That's the only reason. The last time I've seen somebody run at somebody with a sword while they had a gun was in Gears of War 3, and that just not ended well.
Well, do you know what? They wanted to beat Ubisoft to the punch for For Honor. That was the idea.
That's it. That's exactly it.
Frickin' EA. Oh my god.
That's exactly it. I mean, come on. But yeah, that's I don't know. I've looked into it and I just can't see myself. I can't see myself using the sword. It sounds stupid to me.
What's the price for the DLC?
The price, I'm assuming, is about $15, but let me just double check here.
What?
Oh, with all the DLC, it's always been that price. A second, let me go on the PlayStation Store. It'll give me the exact price here.
That's a lot of money. If it's $15.
As with any map pack and DLC extras, it's usually about 15.
Yeah. Not surprised.
Okay. So while I'm looking up this stuff here,
All the
let's
stuff.
talk about Assassin's Creed.
Yes.
Now, Assassin's Creed, we all know now that Assassin's Creed is going to be a year behind now. We're not getting a brand new, full-fledged Assassin's Creed game. We've already got the Chronicles series, but that's, whatever. That's all said and done.
So essentially, the next one is going to be Assassin's Creed 2 all over again, and it's going to be amazing.
Now, the thing is, we might not actually see the next Assassin's Creed after that the year after. So this might be a new trend that the Assassin's Creed series will take at least 2, maybe 3 years to complete.
Well, that's fine. I'm going to get a much better product that's stable and completed more than...
You're making a lot of assumptions here.
Yes, we are making a lot of assumptions on this one.
This is our early predictions of glory.
The whole thing is that they do want to avoid Unity, and I understand that. Unity was
the lowest point for Ubisoft.
Unity almost killed the series, and that is something that Ubisoft doesn't want to do again. So I understand why they would be pushing it again.
That's why I was so glad I bought Rogue the year it came out.
So, by the way, back to Battlefield. Battlefield
Yes.
Hardline Premium package is $50. The DLC per separate deal is $14.99.
That's too much.
And it's only the 4 DLC packs.
And you know what? I bought the full game for $10. That's all I can say.
So, yeah. Now, aside from the game not coming out this year, we do have the movie. So, I'm actually expecting we're probably going to see a trailer at E3. It would make sense.
No, probably. That'll probably be one of the big parts of their show. Is going to be that.
I'm going to assume we may see the first look of the next Assassin's Creed as well. But it's probably going to be the movie up front.
Yeah, and they're also going to have... I have a big feeling they're going to have a big showing for Watch Dogs 2.
Yeah, probably, more likely.
So
now, aside from that, there is another another set of Assassin's Creed merchandise that's supposed to be coming out later this year, as Ubisoft is actually making a young adult novels based on the series. with the first installment hitting stores this September, and a later scheduled for January.
I see.
So the first one is called Last Descendants, and from what I'm reading, it's not going to be based on any of the current timeline games, but it will have everything that you're used to with the Assassin's Creed series. So that's going to be a little interesting to see how that's going to turn out for the younger fans of the series.
That shouldn't end
What?
the
Yeah,
younger
you
fans
cut
of the
out.
series.
There you go.
Oh.
Well,
Nothing.
I'm going to admit, Assassin's Creed is in that vague area of an M-rated game that I think is all right for somebody at least 13 and up.
Yeah, I know. It's on the borderline. It's
It,
same as Uncharted. That it's
Uncharted's always been T, so that's
I know, but it's
it.
it
It
doesn't really go
borderlines
along.
Uncharted, really.
Yeah, same as Halo. Same as like, there's a lot of games that fall into this category. Because I've had a theory for the longest time that that Microsoft pays the ESRB to give it an M rating.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Also hurts them a little bit too, because you need the parents to buy it.
Yeah, but Halo sells.
Halo does sell. I can't deny that. So, next thing I want to talk about here, moving right along, let's talk about the King of Fighters. King of Fighters is coming out this year,
Whoop whoop.
and SNK has promised 50 new fighters, or 50 fighters in total, really, from everyone in the franchise.
So in the launch title, when they launch this new game, there will be 50 fighters.
50 fighters at launch.
So they just like bitch slapped Street Fighter V to the curb.
With Street Fighters, what, 12?
16.
16 fighters? Yeah, that's that bitch slapped
That's
them.
pathetic.
And the game is looking better every time I see it too. They brought back Terry Bogard, Andy Bogard, Kyo is back. Pretty much everyone that really means something in the King of Fighters series, or the Fatal Fury series even, it has made it back. We haven't seen Mai yet, though. I'm a little disappointed at that. Mai definitely needs to come back for obvious reasons.
Well, yeah.
Oh yeah.
So, so that's all good and everything, that we're getting a lot of characters that we know, but we're actually getting a new character too. And his name is the King of Dinosaurs. So the King of Dinosaurs is going to try to prove that he's also the King of Fighters. I know, it's a horrible name.
Well, do you know what? SNK is a weird company, so it's all good.
Yeah, that's true. SNK has been a little strange in the past, so
Wow, they have the Neo Geo. Come on.
he is, and the character from the trailer that they showed, he's a very grapple character, just tossing and biting everything. So it's interesting to see how that's going to turn out.
Interesting.
But I am actually much more excited for King of Fighters than I am for UFC and Street Fighter this year so far.
Well, we've seen with Street Fighter.
Yeah.
Let's jump into Street Fighter.
Actually, let's talk about our title first.
Fuck Konami Part 2.
The title of our podcast today, as a lot of people may notice, is Fuck Konami. And yeah, we're going to talk about what happened with Kojima. Kojima had a recent interview with multiple outlets, including Polygon, that about the future of his new company and a little bit about the breakup. Fortunately, we still don't know what caused the breakup between Kojima and Konami. I mean, this is a how many years has he worked with them?
Since the mid '80s, wasn't it? Or
Yeah,
no, the early '80s.
it's at least a strong 30-year relationship, at
Yeah,
least.
he was there for a long, long time.
And that just seemed to go away. We don't even know what happened, but like all of a sudden we hear rumors about PT being canceled or Silent Hills being canceled. We see his name being removed from
5.
5, and it's just made things really, really weird for that year. Now, he did talk a little bit about it. Mainly that it feels good that he's out on his own.
Mm.
So he's like, this is it. I am making what I want to make. Now, with that, he also had a conversation with Guillermo del Toro and Norman Reedus, and he is still very interested in working with them. So there's a possible we may get a Silent Hill inspired
Spiritual
successor, but it's not going to be anytime soon, unfortunately. Kojima has gone out and said that he saw them a couple days ago, and they gave him a lot of support through the toughest times. We always talk about doing something down the line. I'd like to do something with them before I die. That's a very ominous line there, Kojima.
Yeah, that's kind of morbid.
But yeah, so both of them are great people, interesting people. I'm good friends with them. I'd love to work with them in the future, but I have no idea when that will be.
Pretty much.
So right now, Kojima Productions is actually putting together their team, getting the facilities, getting the proper engines, and then they're going to really start working on their game, which is going to be a PS4 exclusive. So Sony is completely backing them on this. Kojima has even gone out and created a YouTube account now, which is great. And what else has happened with this? Just before this interview as well, before they started getting all the facilities and everything together, they even went out to talk with all the different developers, including Crytek and various other people, about what they use for engines, how they build their team, how everything's working. So this is going to be an interesting few years here with Kojima, because I'm not expecting to see the game until at least 2018. I'm going to make that prediction.
Yeah, it's gonna be, he's gonna be working on the game, and it'll come out when it comes out because that's the way he rolls. So.
Yeah, exactly. Apparently, he was actually offered a whole bunch of possibilities from different studios and publishers from all around the world. He decided to go with Sony because he has worked with them for quite a long time.
Yeah, since the PS1.
So you know what? We may have been this close to having my my April Fool's prediction come true.
And that was?
That Kojima's going to make the next Call of Duty.
Oh,
I would have loved to see that. To be 100% honest, you would probably.
It would have been perfection.
It would have been the best Call of Duty game ever made. Or the most confusing, depending on how outlook.
And you would have had a box also. You would have had a cardboard box.
If there wasn't a mission where you were in a box sneaking around with like a sniper rifle pointing out of it to like shoot someone, I would have been insulted. So yeah, that's surprisingly everything that we have for the news this week. So yeah, back to did you freeze Pino?
I think he might have.
I think Pino froze.
Yeah.
You just have a creepy look on his face right now. That's actually kind of. I want to take a screenshot of that. Just we need a screenshot of that and just enhance it.
That needs to be the screen cap for the YouTube.
I can't grab it.
No?
No, because it just brings up a dark screen. There he goes.
There he goes.
He'll be back.
I kind of saw it coming. He was lagging really bad earlier.
Yeah. That happens when you live in the middle of buttfuck nowheres. There he is.
There he is.
Great.
Maybe. You left on the most creepiest pose, by the way.
I pulled a Corey. I don't know. Google
Yeah,
crap.
you totally pulled a Corey, but you left with a creepy, like, you know that meme of Elizabeth Banks where she's all like, you left on that. Yeah.
I don't know. It just
It was
dropped. It
hilarious.
just dropped. Okay, I'm sorry that I can only get DSL out here, and it sucks.
Don't feel bad. That's what I have too.
There you go.
Fiber for life, bitches.
Oh,
Anyways.
Well, whatever.
oh, shit.
So, since we just got done talking about King of Fighters and its fighting game competition, I am super fucking pissed at Street Fighter V. We played it for Noobs Play last night. And for Noobs Play, it was great because it was the five of us playing. We got to kick each other's asses. It played well. The problem is that I don't consider myself an amazing Street Fighter player. I'm decent. I've been playing since 2. Like, Street Fighter 2, all that shit, I love it. The problem is, a lot of them were button mashing that they were pulling off the ultra combos that you normally could not pull it off.
Yeah, like I played it a tiny bit on the PC today. It's just it feels weak.
It doesn't feel right. There's something wrong with it, and I don't know what it is. That's the worst.
Well, and it feels like it's just a demo. Like it's this big.
That too. Like
they pulled an EA.
Did you play any of the story mode?
Yeah, I played a bit of it. It's short.
Is it
really short?
I was insulted that I 100% reuse story in
like 3 fights.
In 3 fights.
Yeah, I thought that was weird that you could finish, and I did Zangief after, and it was 3 rounds.
Yeah, 3 rounds to get the character story of what they're doing in Street Fighter V.
That does not make sense because you look at other Street Fighter games, there was at least like 8 or 9 fights.
Yeah, that's like, what the fuck is going on here?
I didn't even get to like compete against someone big at the end.
No, because there was no boss. There was no boss battle. There was bam, bam, bam. You're done. Here you go. Good job. Have a cookie.
Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah. It sounds like they tried to focus on making a multiplayer game.
Yeah, and that's exactly it. But here's the thing. I played a little bit of multiplayer. Now, I gotta do a lot more in order to do the review. But from what I noticed, because I have lost quite a bit in this, in multiplayer, if you lose, you don't get any fight money.
Mm.
And that is going to make it nearly impossible for players who especially are used to like getting some sort of award to try to get the extra characters in DLC. So it's just so weird.
I know it just feels like there's parts of the game missing.
Yeah,
It feels like Battlefront.
honestly, and even then, I'm playing Battlefront, and I'm half and half on what everyone's been saying. Like I definitely feel the lack of maps, but I, here's the thing: I'm playing more Battlefront than I am Street Fighter, despite
Yeah.
Street Fighter only being one day. Like that time that I had with Battlefront on its first day I had it, I played more of that than Street Fighter and felt like I got a lot more experience.
Can you change the difficulty?
In story mode, I was looking for that. No.
I went through the options. I went through everything.
Yeah, and that was the other thing. That those fights were so fucking easy.
I know. I just went and it was done. And I'm like, okay.
That's it. Okay. What the?
And it's a 1-round fight. There's no 2 rounds or 3 or whatever. And I don't know.
Like as of a single player content, the game is awful.
It is compared to 4. I remember when I got 4 right when it launched. 4 was amazing.
Like 4, we had our bonus characters, we had everything set up, everything was good.
Like
but
hands down, not worth the money.
That seems to be a problem with a lot of games lately.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like I think we're starting to realize. I saw a post earlier about Street Fighter. I really wish I remember which publication put it up. I think it was Destructoid.
Yeah.
That a lot of people are now realizing that we want quality or quantity more than quality.
Well, for sure. Yeah, that's the most important thing.
If I'm going to pay, because games in Canada now is about, well, fuck. Let's go Far Cry Primal, since that's coming out next week. I fully paid that off and everything.
$80.
$80 plus tax. That's a lot. I want a good experience with that.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
with what I got from Street Fighter just now,
which
joke. Street Fighter is only $69, mind you.
But
even for $69,
still,
it's still not enough.
Like you look at even look at Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
There was a lot more stuff in Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
It was massive. It was massive. And yes, don't get me wrong, they're going on a new engine. They're on Unreal 4. It looks great, but 16 characters is not enough.
The 16 characters, no story mode at launch, or no arcade mode at launch. This is actually kind of the same problem that we've seen with a few other games that didn't make a top list with us, which actually includes Soul Calibur 5. Soul Calibur 5 had a story, but the arcade mode, which the series usually has, was missing. And that was heavily multiplayer focused at that too. So it's I don't know, it's just painful. Now, we're supposedly getting a full-on story mode that's going to be in the vein of Mortal Kombat. So,
yeah, but I don't want...
that's going to be a free update, but the problem is that's a free update. It's not with me at that $69.99.
Yeah, they should have had that day one on the damn disc, not a couple months down the road going, oh hey, there's an update, we got our DLC.
Here's a 8 GB update have fun. It's the story mode.
Like
No,
no,
that should have been on the disc because I don't feel like there was enough that was done with this.
yeah, that's just it. It when I installed it and played it, I was expecting so much more
Yeah,
because of playing past Street
past
Fighter
Street Fighters.
games.
Yeah.
Yeah, like playing past Capcom fighting games. I expect a lot more from Capcom than this. So, I don't know, they dropped the ball.
So I actually just got told by Brennan that his new interview is actually coming up very soon as well.
Aha.
So that should be up in the next couple hours actually. So that's especially good bonus here. I'm just going to go on another little tangent real quick here. Have you played the Division beta yet?
It's too big.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, I think we both have the same problem.
same problem with that. It's just it's too big of a.
Yeah,
Well,
it'll take
a
us
download.
forever to download it.
And by the time that I have it downloaded, the beta will be done.
Yeah, exactly.
True. Okay, so in this case here, I'll explain a little bit what I. Actually, you know what? No, I just saw this here because I was bringing up my notes and I forgot to put this. There is something I want to talk about. I want to bring back our conversation with DOA Extreme 3.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
We're still not getting it. So
Okay.
that's one thing.
That's fine.
Do you know what is the brand new feature of the game?
Jiggle physics.
No,
Better jiggle
that's
physics.
already been in there. That's fine. Okay. This is the ones that are confirmed. We have jiggle physics, tanning.
What?
Yeah, so they tan if they're out too long if you don't put
Oh my God.
lotion on.
Wait. Do they get tan lines?
Yes,
Oh,
they
that's
get tan.
great. That's actually really cool.
So yeah, tan lines, all this other lovely junk. The casino's back, where I spent most of my time on DOA because I couldn't make friends. Yeah. That's the reason why I'm playing the game. I mean, what? What else is there? Full wetness thing that's happening. That sounds more wrong than it meant to be.
Yeah.
And finally, the latest feature, which is
Titties? VR.
VR is confirmed on the PS4 version. We still don't know what it is.
Okay.
Pole dancing.
Oh my God.
Pole dancing in DOA Extreme 3.
Okay.
This is.
So, Sly is probably just crying a river right now.
Oh no, he's gonna import it. He's fine.
Oh. What a perp.
Well, when he does import it, I'm gonna borrow it from him and make the noobs play. Because I mean, come on.
Yeah, I know.
Why not?
That's terrible.
It has to happen. It just has to. Plus, the hits. Imagine the hits. So yeah, pole dancing has been added to DOA, and we're still kind of wondering why it's not being brought over here. And you keep adding more stuff like that, and we're like, okay, I see why, but people still want to play it. What the fuck, guys?
Because perverts.
I don't know. It's not as bad as the now extended special edition, which included more special posters, which that will be up on the site sometime soon.
Fancy.
I'm not going to show it on the podcast because hey, we're still trying to. We can't show sexual themes on the
no,
podcast.
we're not getting sued.
We're not getting sued. Oh, we're going to get sued. But anyways,
We might get flagged.
we get flagged. We would get flagged, and I'm not going to do that. So it'll be on the site though if anybody wants to see it. That'll be later this morning. Yeah, so that's I just wanted to talk about that because I saw that come up out of the blue, and I've been wanting to talk about it because it's one of those things that I want them to import the game to North America. I want them to release it because I think we've been fighting freedom of speech and everything, that we don't want our games censored like how Nintendo has been censoring our games.
Yeah.
And now you're throwing stuff like that in there that's making it that it's hard to justify it now.
Yeah.
So, like, I still want to see it. I still want to play it because the volleyball games are actually all right. Shut up, Pino.
Sure, Luke.
They're all right.
Long ball.
They're definitely not the overly sexualized games that they all came out to be. Okay, they are a little bit, but I mean, come on.
He plays it for the articles.
I do play it for these articles.
You dirty
Someone's gonna
perv.
do the dirty work.
Exactly. So,
Yeah.
now what was the other one I wanted to get to?
I don't know. I lost my list because I dropped connection, so I don't know.
Yeah, actually, I think that was everything that I wanted to hit tonight. Let me just double check the discussions. And yeah, we talked Street Fighter, we talked Kojima, talked to everybody that we really wanted to talk about. So let's go with the final bit of the show here. What is the new games that are coming out this week? So we already know Far Cry Primal later this week.
Next week.
Or next week.
Yeah. I'm gonna be
Just,
waiting to buy it. I was really disappointed with Far Cry 4. I'm not gonna buy it until I see reviews.
I have the game coming to me on Tuesday, which definitely going to be looking at it.
I want to get a frame rate analysis, and I want to see how it performs with different degrees of stress test before I buy it.
Oh, something that's worth mentioning is Fallout 4. Bethesda finally announced the DLC.
That is what I was missing, actually, from the list.
Yeah. And for anyone who hasn't bought the season pass yet, now's the time, because on March 1st, the price is going to go up to match the price of DLC.
Part of me thinks that's bullshit, that shouldn't happen, but,
It was on the Bethesda website.
Yeah, it is. Like, that part, it is on the Bethesda website that's going to happen. It's just, I was hoping that was, that wouldn't happen.
Yeah.
Well, when they initially announced the DLC, they were like, it's $30.
It's
Well,
going to be
American.
$30, and we don't know what's going to come with it.
You get what you get. You're going to get what you're going to get. You could get one piece of DLC, you could get a whole whack of shit. So
let's go through the rest of the games that are coming out this week, though. So first of which we have Hitman Go, the portable Hitman game that plays like a board game, coming to PS4 and PS Vita. Will be cross-buy, so that's definitely a bonus if you're looking to indulge on some mobile Hitman or mobile Agent 47.
Yep.
pretty much.
Mega Man Legacy Collection is coming to the 3DS. We also have, as mentioned, Far Cry Primal. We have on the 25th Plants vs. Zombies 2, or Garden Warfare 2. Super Hot for PC, which is the shooter that the bullets won't move until you move. It looks interesting. I'm kind of interested to see how that's going to turn out. That is mainly it. We have a few mobile games like based off of Gods of Egypt, which looks awful.
It's like
I,
battleships.
I mean the movie. The movie looks awful.
Yeah.
I could have a huge rant on that. I think I'll save it for like a talking shit podcast. Whenever we do
Yeah.
that. And also, we have Assassin's Creed Identity, which is the iOS action RPG VR game. I'm not sure how to actually describe it. It's very weird.
Mm-hmm.
But
It's way too complicated for its own good.
way too complicated for me, anyways. I'll definitely admit, because I'm looking at it, and I'm like, I don't know what is going on here. But sure.
It's like, yeah.
I'm sure somebody in the description watching this will probably explain it better than I can. But yeah, and that's everything for this week.
Pretty much.
So, quick announcement. Actually, this is for the next little while. Going to be the last GameItAll live podcast that will be on Fridays. We're going to move it to a new time.
New place. Yes.
It'll still be on YouTube and the website and everything, but it'll be under a new time and a new date. So we'll let everyone know on the social media accounts when that will be.
But I will continue tech tomorrow. So
yes, GameItAll will remain on Saturdays.
Because
my Twitch schedule will be changed as well to be Sunday, Monday, Tuesdays. And Noobs Play will be moved from Thursday to another time. We're figuring that part out as well. So yeah, that's it.
Yeah, bananas.
Shit is bananas.
Yeah.
So,
Bananas.
all right then. So, anything else you guys want to throw out?
I don't
Nope.
know. Stuff.
Well-
I don't know. Oh, how's your 4 going?
Oh, fucking horrible.
Did you give up?
I have given up on Earth Defense Force. It is I don't think I can do it. I am at 38, level 38, and it has become almost impossible for me to do it by myself and with the weapons that I have without backtracking on all the harder difficulties before that.
Okay.
So, yeah, I've been focusing on Transistor. Transistor is almost done, about, I'd say, another hour, maybe. And I haven't started Borderlands. Batman is completed, though. I'm done with Batman.
Yeah, but you were almost done anyways before.
I was at 50%. It's just
Yeah.
By the way, we have a little bit of time. I want to rant about Batman now that I beat it.
I didn't play it.
Well, I'm not going to spoil it too much for you.
And WB said I can never buy it on the PC.
Well, there you go.
Right.
So I'm going to spoil. No, I'm not going to spoil it. I'm just
I
going to say
can never
this.
buy it on Linux.
It shouldn't be called Arkham Knight. It should be called Arkham Blue Balls. See, what happens is that there are 5 instances at least that you come across Arkham Knight that you should be able to fight him. And he disappears like a fucking pansy, only to fight you later in the worst possible way in such a lackluster boss battle.
Okay. So Rocksteady really fucked a pooch.
For something called Arkham Knight, you would think the Arkham Knight would be much more opposing and...
He's the on the title?
Yeah, he's the guy on the title. He should be more imposing, he should be more, like, deadly, and he shouldn't be who we all know he is, to be honest. I mean, come on. But overall, the game's not bad. Worse than the series of the Arkham series. but still a good game.
Yeah.
That's what I can say.
Arkham City is still the best.
You know what? I'm going to go with Arkham. I'm going to go with Asylum.
Yeah.
Asylum, aside from the Joker boss battle at the end, had the best boss battles of the entire series.
Yeah. Yeah, and the first one, freaking Scarecrow.
Yeah, even Scarecrow. Scarecrow was actually scarier in Asylum than he is in Night.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But the ending of Night is probably one of my favorite endings that I've seen in a long time. I've noticed actually this trend. There's been a trend of comics that have been coming out Batman based where Joker finally gets what's coming to him. And okay, this is probably going to be a bit of a comic book spoiler for a lot of people. So, and this is going to be the last thing. So, if you don't want to hear this, I understand. Thank you for watching GameItAll.com. Have yourself a great night. So, a couple things. Injustice, the comics based off of Injustice, looks like they are finally finished.
Mm-hmm.
And that ends with Batman going back in time and stopping the entire events of Injustice. Where, Superman kills Lois. And then on his way to bring Joker back to Gotham, he says that I'll just do it again when, the little runt is born. Babies scream in such a way, and then he snaps his fucking neck. Batman finally loses it, snaps his fucking neck, and everything's done.
Huh.
Joker finally dies. Latest Harley Quinn. Latest Harley Quinn has Harley going to rescue somebody, running into Joker,
Mm-hmm.
going into his cell and having a talk with him, which involves a full fucking beatdown, enough that he's bleeding and like almost dead.
Yeah, but she's crazy.
Yeah, but no, this is like a breakup. This is fucking Joker and Harley are no longer a thing in the new 52s. So, yeah.
Interesting.
Harley and Ivy, man. That's what it is right now. It's seriously. Anyways. Yeah, I just completely spoiled that for a lot of people, so I'm probably going to get some hate mail here. But
I did not say anything.
I fucking warned you all. I said
he didn't say spoiler alerts.
I did say spoiler alert.
So if you have any hate mail, send it to 1234 Main Street. Where the fuck are we?
It's
New York, New York.
Fake Street.
Yeah, I gave fair warning. I said spoiler. Thank you for watching GameItAll, and close it. So there you go.
Yep.
Anyways, that is actually on that spoilerific.
Spoilerific.
On that spoilerific end note, we're gonna close down the podcast.
Yep.
So for GameItAll.com, I'm Lucas Grimm.
Hey, I'm Pino25.
And I'm Ricky.
And you guys have yourself a great night.
Oh, I will.
Oh, baby.